rookie, Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Fabulous Dreamer, Jimmy Jam Garvin. The holder of the Tag Team Championship, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes. The world's strongest human being, Bill Pillsbury. The Japanese sensation, Jushin Thunder Liger. The world television champion, Sonny Austin. Also, ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, Richard Morton. From the WCW Special Forces, Todd Champion. And then, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down the ring, Abdullah the Butcher. One of the Patriots, Firebreaker Jeff. Also infallible, Thomas Rich. He is followed by the All-American Ron Simmons. The holder of the Tag Team Championship, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Bodyguard to the World Heavyweight Champion, the bodyguard is Mr. Hughes. He is followed by Scott Steiner. And then, ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by his mentor, Harley Race. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Total Package, Lawrence Luger. And then, with Paul E. Dangerously, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Followed by Double A, Arn Anderson. And the final entry, infallible Randy Run. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All 20 in one ring.
Who do you think's gonna win, Jim? You got a prediction here, quickly?
I'll tell you, Sep, I've got to go with one of those, Sep. Either Vader or Hughes, maybe Abdullah. Who's going to get him over the top? That's the question.
Crowd favorite obviously is Sting. A lot of cheers for Marcus Alexander Bagwell. And Jim, you're talking about strategy. You know, it's every man for himself. How much strategy do you think these guys have talked about?
Well, it's going to be, I think you're going to see the Dangerous Alliance guys stick together. You've got the Patriots in there, they're partners. Sting's got a lot of his buddies in there, Scott Steiner, among others. Man, can you imagine the heart rate of a rookie like Marcus Alexander Bagwell? First time to the big dance, and here he finds himself in this battle royal.
In the final dance, as a matter of fact.
Steamboat there, the right part of your screen up on top, came off on Anderson. And they have had some battles in their tag team matches.
I've talked to some of the veterans of battle royals, and I say, what is your strategy? What do you think about? And it basically is hit anything and everything that moves.
Well, Kazmaier went over the top, but he's got to go over the top to the second ring. For this thing to progress, the wrestlers have got to throw their opponents from over the top rope, from the first ring, which you see right now, into the empty ring, which sits right beside it.
Also, let us bring up this point. There's one man remaining. Here you see ring two. One man will remain in ring one man in ring two. They'll go at it, and it won't be a penny situation there. They will have to dump either one of the other men over the top rope to win to the floor.
And there's some heavy lumber being hammered about here. You notice there's no referee in the ring. They're only there to make sure that they have officially declared someone over the top rope. You can't land on the apron or go to the floor. You've got to go all the way over the top rope to the other ring. Right now, Ravishing Rick Rude and Lex Luger working on Scott Steiner. They're right above us here. Van Vader just nails Steamboat. But again, the punishment is there, but it doesn't count. Vader slamming Steamboat out here on the rampway. Dustin Rhodes hammering Austin and Rich together. Oh, Vader went for a big splash on the ramp. Luckily for Steamboat, he moved out of the way. And little Jushin Thunder Liger's, I don't know, it's like a bumper car. He hits and runs.
And that's what he's got to do.
To survive, you're right. God champion choking Thomas Rich there. Some of these guys have had quite a while to rest and get back in shape. Ron Simmons just nailing Mr. Hughes. Hughes really, you can tell he's came to fight. He took his tie off. Simmons trying to get him over the top. Liger just nailed Rhodes.
Let's not forget that Harley is out here. Paul E is on the other side, the far side over there, and they could have an impact into what goes on or what finally transpires.
You notice that Rude has kept his distance from Sting. And they've almost like they've dispatched Austin. There you see Austin and Sting, for Austin to occupy Sting initially. And that's what they're doing right now. Right there you see. Vader just military press Steamboat over the top to the ramp. Again, he's got to do it to the second ring. Steamboat may be out of it. He may not be able to continue.
Well, if in fact he is out, it would be a referee's judgment here whether he can continue or not.
Well, they're in and out of the ring here. Steamboat thrown back in. Anderson and Rhodes really hammering each other on the far side of the ring. Now Rhodes back in. Far side from us, near side for you on this camera shot.
Boy, so much at stake here. Every man being very cautious. A smart thing to do here, Jim, if you want to be the last man left in ring one, is to stay over at the ramp where Steamboat has been. That's a smart thing to do. You're a long way away from ring two where you have to go.
Well, you saw Dustin Rhodes setting down rather unceremoniously. All right, now Rich has got one more chance. He's thrown over the top rope from ring two to the floor. He's out of it.
Now he can rest also.
But there is an advantage in this situation.
And let us clarify that you just have to be thrown over the top rope between the rings. Then you have to go into ring two. You don't have to go clear both ropes.
Steamboat and Anderson hooking it up. There you see Steamboat. Marcus Alexander Bagwell trying to get some measure of revenge on ravishing Rick Rude. Sting and Luger now, and that's what brought this people to their feet. Sting hammering the world's champion. Boy, someday, somewhere, they're going to have to settle their situation. Right hand by Dustin Rhodes on Liger. Sting made his way. Now Anderson hooking Sting. Bagwell, the rookie. And Thomas Rich there to take advantage of Bagwell.
Yeah, Thomas should try to throw him over right now.
Sting hammering Anderson and Luger. Man, this Sting-Luger situation just happens to be right above us. And Sting is hitting Luger with everything he's got, and finally the world's champion goes down.
It also just happens to be happening close to ring two, where a mistake could send a man into ring two. Wow, we have action in both rings now, only 2 men in the second ring. And this is wild, look at it.
Rich has a big advantage.
Never saw anything like this in Oklahoma, huh, Jimbo?
I don't know, Baldy. Why don't you get away and go manage somebody?
You see me on the other hand, I see this.
Can we get a security guy and
Get him
Paulie-
out of here.
Get him away. Just
Has he got a ticket stub? He looks nice in his dad's suit.
anywhere there's a microphone, he can run his mouth, isn't he?
Yeah. There you see Thomas Rich. He's got a big advantage right now on Bagwell. Now, either one of those guys, that are thrown over the top, Bagwell and Rich were talking about, they're out of here. They go back to the locker room.
I want to bring up the point about Big Van Vader. He has really lodged himself near the entrance ramp. He's going nowhere. He's wrestling a very smart battle royal so far, a very smart two-ring battle royal.
Champion in the far corner there, hammering Garvin. There you see Mr. Hughes throwing five-bricker chip over the top. Bagwell tried to catch it. Sting with a headbutt on Mr. Hughes.
Jushin Liger's there, and so's Ricky. Ricky Morton, did he follow him there? Wow.
Morton with a martial arts blow on Liger. Sends him for the Irish whip. Good takedown. Somebody thrown out here beside us. Ricky Steamboat again. Great move there by Liger. And right out here beside us, Steamboat and Anderson. Oh, what a move by Liger. Great move by Liger. Again. Keep our eye on him for a moment.
He and Richard Morton, what a match.
Oh, what a move by Liger on Morton. Morton avoided that one. Man, there's some hard hits going on right now. Spinning kick. Steamboat and Anderson again. Boy, they're just beating the heck out of each other for luck. They're right here by us, too. Well, Liger and Morton are out of it. Anderson and Steamboat, are just beating the fire out of each other. They fought all the way by us here.
Mr. Hughes has gone through, and he's in ring 2. But Morton is out. Now, Steamboat and Anderson have to get in to ring 1, don't they?
They haven't been thrown over. Thomas Rich is headed toward the showers.
Oh, wait a minute. Steamboat and Anderson are now up in ring number 2. Anderson looking dazed and surprised, and I guess they are. Are they in ring 2? I guess they are.
Simmons and Luger renewing their rivalry out on the rampway. Abdullah and Rude double teaming Scott Steiner. Well, both the Patriots have advanced to ring 2. If that's a good descriptive phrase, advanced or forced to ring 2.
We have, 10 men remaining in ring 1. 3 men have been eliminated. Morton, Rich, and Liger.
Has Abdullah been tossed over?
Yeah, he's between them.
Oh, man.
One thing Abdullah has done, he has hooked himself into a corner and was not to be moved, but I think as he slowly gets up between, Mike Atkins right above us pointing towards him. I do believe he has to go into ring 2. Kazmaier's not finished with him yet, though.
And the Freebirds challenge ends. Garvin over the top rope. Kazmaier and Abdullah. I think Simmons went.
Simmons eliminated ring number 2.
Dustin Rhodes. Oh, Dustin Rhodes went over. Now Sting and Rude are hammering each other. This is what Sting wanted. Sting and Rude now cooking here. Rights and lefts, rights and lefts. The U.S. champion and the Stinger hooked it up. They both go over the top. They'll both go to ring number 2.
Okay, we got 2 men left in ring 1. It's Luger and Big Van Vader in ring 1. One man will stay there, and he'll get a rest, a big rest.
Vader with a splash on the world's champion. Remember, no pins in this match. You got to be thrown over the top rope. Abdullah in a rather precarious position, and back in ring one, the final 2 men in ring one, Big Van Vader and the world's heavyweight champion Lex Luger. Kazmar's almost got Abdullah out of it. Big Van Vader using his power and over 100-pound weight advantage on Luger very successfully.
Well, we've had another elimination, I believe, Chip the Firebreaker. There you go.
Luger catches Vader coming in. And Luger with a clothesline. Luger's power.
The winner in round number one, the total package, Lex Luger.
Now Luger's got a big advantage.
Yes, sir, a big one.
He can.
Eliminated from Battle as his Bill Kazmaier Anton champion.
Well, they're beginning to drop like flies now.
Not only does Luger have a big advantage because he can rest, but his opponent, the remaining man in ring two, will have had to fight the entire time. And he'll be winded. More than winded, maybe hurt.
Sting just stomping away at ravishing Rick Rude moments ago. There you see Scott Steiner reverse chinlock on Mr. Hughes. And I tell you what surprised me is this Bagwell kid has lasted as long as he has. There's Paulie dangerously giving Rude some advice. Rude with the right hand on Sting. These guys are, what a hatred between these two. Hughes hammers Scott Steiner down to his knees. One of our big men is our theory is working. Vader and Hughes are remaining. They're the biggest guys left. And Steamboat and Simmons trying to get Vader over. Rude trying to get Sting over. Sting able to get back down.
There you take a unique look from 3 different angles at what's going on. You see Bagwell and the World TV champ, and you're right about Bagwell, Jim. This youngster's really making a great showing. Win or be dumped out, he has a lot to be proud of here.
Anderson found that same seat that Dustin did earlier, rather uncomfortable. As Steamboat off the top on Big Van Vader, Dustin drop kicking, Anderson out. Is he gone?
That's a referee's decision.
Dustin Rhodes is out, but so is. Well, they went out together. Arn Anderson has also been eliminated. Double clothesline. Scott Steiner went out.
Well, we've got 2 of the Dangerous Alliance remaining. Stinger's still in there.
These 4 guys here, we have almost like a tag team match. And what a match this is going to be.
Wow.
Sting with a clothesline on the U.S. champion. Steamboat with a chop on stunning Steve Austin. And Sting now shooting those right hands right to the face of the Dragon. But remember, the world's heavyweight champion, Lex Luger, has won in ring 1 and is getting a much needed and much valued rest right now. Sting with the Irish whip. Irish whipping Rude. No, it's reversed. And Stinger splash on Austin. Righty kick by Steamboat. Sting taking Austin down. Austin, the television champion. Rude, the U.S. champion. Steamboat, 1/2 the world tag champions. And Sting, you gotta think he's the people's champion right now in WCW.
Oh, you don't have to think, you know he is. They've been cheering every move. And you're talking about a guy who in his tag team lethal lottery match had to really come from underneath, so to speak, because of Abdullah the Butcher. Look at him, he's one of the 5 men remaining in this. Of course, Luger on the other side awaiting. The man who prevails of these 4 is really going to have his work cut out for him against Luger.
Oh! Rude got his partner. Steamboat raking the eyes, got raked. He held on, trying to pull his way back up, and he does. But he's got Rude. And Rude pulls Steamboat out. Uh-oh, now. Wait, Rude back in. Rude with a Rude Awakening. Now, come on. That's a bunch of... There's no reason for that. Where in the heck are the security guys? He should be out of here. Sting had to go through Abdullah as his partner. Now he gets a Rude Awakening by a guy that's been eliminated.
Steamboat rolls in to check him out, and you're right. A bunch of garbage is what it was, Chip, for him to do something like that. And now Luger is almost like a vulture.
So it's going to be Sting and Luger. This is, I think, if you wanted to come down to two guys, as far as this great crowd in Norfolk, this is what it would be. The world's champion and Sting, at one time best friends. Luger, we know, paid Cactus Jack and Abdullah to put Sting out of action. They came in mysterious gift boxes through the latter part of 1991. And so now he doesn't have to pay anybody to do it. If he's man enough, he can do it on his own.
And that's the big one. If he's man enough, I'm really surprised that he procrastinated as much as he did in ring one.
Oh, it comes with the power.
He really allowed Sting to get up. Oh, he's so arrogant. Look at him.
Look of tremendous confidence on the face of the heavyweight champion of the world, his mentor and advisor, Harley Race. Seems very pleased and confident as well. Pulling Sting up, and Sting can barely get up.
I think Harley said, dump him over, get it over with. He said, no, we're going to punish him first, is exactly what he said.
Inverted atomic drop by the champion. Remember, no pinfalls in this, no disqualifications. To win, Luger or Sting must throw the other over the top rope to the floor, not to the apron, to the floor.
There, this one has had all the intrigue of the NCAA basketball tournament. Then there were two.
But Sting is so far from 100%. Luger had the opportunity to rest when he won the Ring 1 portion of Battle Bowl.
And on the flip side, Sting had to go through everyone else. He has gone the entire time. He has absolutely no rest period.
It's like walking through purgatory to be partners with Abdullah. Then he survived the Dangerous Alliance. But can he survive first the Rude Awakening and now the world's heavyweight champion? You hear the champion very arrogant. What'd he say?
He looked at us and said, tell us like it is for once, and we are. How arrogant things have happened. Notice how he keeps screaming at Sting.
Yeah, now watch him pin the referee there. Yeah, takes a lot of guts right there to have your manager do a cheap shot. But Sting counters it. Now he may have spent everything left he had to protect himself from Race.
Remember, it's over the top to the floor to win this one. No pinfalls here.
Right hand. Oh, man. Just jammed his shoulder into the steel. May have separated his shoulder there. Luger knocked him right off the rampway. Luger's the last thing on his mind right now is to put Sting over the top rope. He wants to hurt him. He wants to show Sting that he is a better man and has been a better man all along.
And the rules of this one enable him to do just that, to try to hurt Sting and get away with it. No 10 count here. No disqualification here.
Sting ramming the champion into the steel. He's got him by the hair now, and he tastes it again. Luger now in trouble. The Awesome World's champion is reeling from the attack of the Stinger.
And they are going nuts in Norfolk. Listen to them. Standing everywhere.
Coming right behind us now. Sting taking Luger back into the ring. of the man from Venice Beach, California, has got this crowd electrified. And now he's stomping away at the man that wanted to put him out of action. Man, it's just too bad this is not for the championship. Look at him rub his face in the canvas. Remember when Luger came out of that last gift box at the Clash of Champions? He clipped Sting from behind in his knee.
I can also remember the last two Great American Bashes 2 years ago. Sting walked away the world champion. This past year, Luger did the same. You can parallel their careers. They've been the two tops in WCW for years now, and man, they're going at it here.
Sting extending the leg, those kicks right into the gut. I mean, he is laying these kicks right into the world's champion. And now Harley Race is in. There's a suplex by the Stinger.
Jim, he's got it in high gear right now. He's impervious to any pain at all.
The Stinger is dominating the heavyweight champion of the world. This crowd is behind the Stinger. Oh, he went for the Stinger splash, and he's just about over. Just balancing on that top rope. Luger is down and can't capitalize. The intensity and the physical toll taking its effects on both these phenomenal WCW stars.
More than just that, superstars.
It's a gut check time right here. It has been a long night for both these men. They're both in magnificent condition. Sting overly held on. Luger thinks he hasn't won, but Sting held on. Can he reach down? Sting with right hands. Upstairs, a kick to the gut, another right hand. The Stinger is on fire here. Big right hand, and the world's champion is reeling. The Stinger becoming offensively dominant. This crowd is going crazy.
The moment is now. He's got to do it right now.
Sting with a clothesline. Luger, oh, great balance. He held on. Sting, he got him over, and Sting won it. Sting defeats Luger to win Battle Bowl.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first ever Battle Bowl is Sting!
Jim, it was a battle. From the beginning of the night, it was a battle. And against all odds, Sting is the first Battle Bowl champion.
The fireworks erupting here in the Norfolk Scope Arena. What a display of courage by that man. I'll tell you something. He is so appreciative of the little Stingers here, and that's who he's giving the credit to right now. This man loves the fans, and it's got to feel good to be the very first winner of the Battle Bowl. There will be other winners, but there will never be another first. The inaugural Battle Bowl won by that man, but there's still many scores to be settled.